Situated in the New South Wales Northern Rivers region, the mighty Clarence River is the largest river on Australia's eastern seaboard. I fished it with great success near its entrance to the sea at Aluka and Yamba. But this time, we're fishing two of its 24 tributaries, the Esk River and the Nimboida River. But more on that a little later. We're starting this adventure upriver at Grafton, where the water starts to become brackish. The Clarence River has played an important role in Grafton's story, and it continues to do so. Known as the City of Trees, Grafton is blessed with broad avenues, lush parklands, and beautiful heritage homes and architecture. It's got this peaceful retro country vibe about it. It's also right on the river, so you can be fishing within minutes from town, which is what I intend to do with my old mate Dan Eggins from Grafton Firearms and Fishing Tackle. A great little tackle store with a big interior.
Fair income, mate, from the road, it just looks like a little shed, but there is heaps of lures in here.
Oh, we've got a massive range of lures.
Yes, probably more here than some of the big shops that you go into.
Oh yeah, heaps more.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unreal, mate. Well worth a stop.
Dan loves to fish the Clarence, and today he's taking me under Grafton's two famous bridges to see what's biting.
So we're going to start with some basics, and once you've got yourself a good quality outfit in that 1 to 3 kilo bracket, nice graphite rod like this one, 1,000 size reel, 10 pound braid, 10 pound leader, you can chase so much, whether you're flicking lures for bream, whiting or flathead here, or casting for bass, or even trout fishing, you can do so much on the one outfit. Now normally I'd have this a soft plastic rigged on the end of that, but sometimes when I'm searching out an area, I've got myself a beautiful little tweed prawn here, and I'm going to hook that on because we're doing a bit of a drift with Dan. And there we have a bait on a jig head. Rides hook up, it's the real thing, and we just drop that down and drift along with that. And you can experiment. I've got another bait on there, that's a worm as well, to see what they like. So drift them along, cast some vibes and plastics out to the side, see what's around. Great way to cover some turf. You're catching saltwater fish so far from the sea, it's fascinating. Well, I'm assuming this is a saltwater fish, and it is. There we go. Beautiful yellowfin bream. And there you go, the bait on the jig head did the job. Well, next time you drive over the highway bridge in Grafton, that's just one of the fish you're going to find here, so that's pretty cool, mate.
Very cool.
Well, we've got 100k of estuary to fish before the freshwater even starts, and we're right near a bridge, mate. And that's because the bridge pylons break the current and they attract their bait around, and that attracts the predators, which is what Dan's got on here. Nice flatty, Dan. Yeah, great table fish, the flatty, and just on a little 40mm atomic vibe, which just about catches everything. What do you got, a little soapy? This could be a sign of things to come. He's got it in an unorthodox way, mate. Obviously undersized, the small ones have a soapy flavour, but that one has to go back. We're seeing them on the sounder, we just hope we can catch a bigger one, so maybe as that tide turns, the action will switch on. Nice little town you got here, Dan. Hey,
Yeah,
fishing 5 minutes from your tackle shop.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. You fished off the bridges here?
Yeah, when we were kids, we used to fish off the bridges a lot. Used to catch flathead during the winter.
Yeah, right.
The dreaded caddy.
That's the downside of using bait, but it happens. Oh, if you're camping down the river, you'd still eat him, but there's better, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, we'll get a flathead.
Yeah. Did you eat a few of these as a kid?
Nah.
No, never. Oh, there you go. I'd go off that. All right, we'll get him back.
A tributary of the Clarence River, the Esk River is one of the largest untouched coastal river systems on the New South Wales North Coast. Today I'm fishing the Esk with local Joey Allen from Frogley's.
The Clarence River, 100 kilometres of tidal reach alone, And then you've got these tributaries. Joey, I mean, you live nearby.
Yeah, I live about 45 minutes to an hour down the road, and there's literally a dozen or so creeks that you can shoot off the main river.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool estuary to explore, and that's what we're doing today.
And what sort of species might we see up here?
We're in the brackish at the moment, which is kind of that mixture of the salt and the fresh, so you never know, mixed bag.
And the mixed bag starts with one of my favourites.
I think it's a flathead, Rob.
Is it?
I think it's a nice lizard. That's beautiful.
I am the flathead king, mate.
That's true. I don't want to know about that club that you are a part of.
Mate, the sacred order of the flathead. That's it. There we go. Look at that guy.
Beautiful.
4 or 5K up an arm of a tributary of the Clarence.
It's pretty special up here, and it's always rewarding spending time in such a healthy, natural environment.
Look at that. I don't know how many mullet we would have just seen then. I've only got 10 fingers, so I don't know how many was there.
Tons of mullet there. The school's, look, they're still here in front of us.
Yeah.
The school is literally 200 metres long.
Yep.
It just shows you how alive this system is, how many fish a big system like this can carry.
Certainly healthy, that's for sure.
This is a classic example of where a full-on pair of tonic fishing eyewear can make a big difference to what you see in the water. See all that glare there? There's little dimples in the water. That's a massive school of mullet. As soon as I put them on, I go from seeing glare to like thousands of mullet. And that's a big help when you're looking for fish, structure, boating hazards, etc. Very, very handy. Bring them with me every time. I have never seen so many big mullet in my whole life. They're just 3 or 4 kilometres of constant mullet, isn't it, Joey?
It's been amazing to see.
The school, it just runs along the whole river. And I'm pretty sure that's what I've got, given there's like quite literally 1 million mullet out there at the moment.
They go pretty hard on light gear, don't they?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, got him. What a beautiful fish.
Little torpedoes, aren't they?
Oh, strong fighters. And when they start running to sea like this, they're great tucker. They're beautiful. A lot of omega-3s are a very rich, oily fish.
There's a lot of older guys say that if you do them fresh on that day, they're beautiful.
Yep.
You know, they get a kind of a bit of a bad rap, but it's often like a lot of things that aren't treated right.
When you get them out of beautiful, clear water like this, they're good tucker. Mate, Flathead City.
Ease up, buddy.
What's that?
Yeah.
This place is alive. We've like quite literally 4 kilometres of continual mullet swimming up and down.
Yep.
Plenty of flatties on the cast.
Yeah. He's on the paddle tail, that one. You've been catching them on the prong, and I've just got a little blade hanging off the top of that one.
So Atomic, an Aussie company.
Yep.
And they make a lot of really good lures, particularly for your estuary and your freshwater. So another beautiful lure, and he's put that on a little spinner bait.
Yeah, a little beetle spin.
Yeah.
A couple of reasons I like the beetle spin. One is the little arm on top actually makes it a little bit more snag resistant.
Yeah.
So we're fishing some kind of pretty snaggy areas. That'll help out getting hooked onto the snags. But the other thing is that little silver blade offers a lot of flash.
Yeah.
Often that's what will get them to look at it, and then they come and eat it. So something a bit different.
It was one flathead after another. But to be truthful, we were targeting bass, and they just seemed to be eluding us. Tomorrow, we're heading up to the Nimboida River, another bass hotspot. So things may improve. For now though, we say goodbye to the Esk and motor back to the Crown Hotel Motel in Grafton for some great local tucker.
My base here in the Clarence Valley is the Crown Hotel Motel. It's right on the water, and even the rooms have a beautiful view of the Clarence River going up into the hills. Now, I've been eating here every night. The steaks, of course, from this region are amazing. The chicken schnitzel, and we eat a lot of them, they absolutely nailed it. One of my favourites, the barramundi coconut curry. I was dreaming about it for hours afterwards. I could eat it 5 times over. All the food here is great pub food. Now tonight, I'm going to tackle the big Clarence burger. Look at the size of it. It's going to take me a while. I'll see you guys back out on the water.
Part of the Clarence River catchment, the Nimboida River winds its way through gorgeous farms and bushland. This place is inspirational, to say the least. I'm fortunate to be exploring the Nimboida with Glenn Camps from Exodus Adventures, better known as Dingo. Exodus Adventures are located right on the river, offering tailored outdoor programs that give people the chance to experience an Aussie bush lifestyle they may have never known. Now Dingo has a few secret bass holes he's going to take me to. And I gotta say, it's an awesome walk just getting there.
There we go, that's better.
What do you got there?
It's called the mantra. It's a bit of a bush food. You like your veggies?
Absolutely I do.
Okay, raw peas. Not bad. Bit of nutrients.
Great alongside some fish or wallaby or whatever else
you can actually boil it with the fish.
Because you do a bit of bush tucker, right?
Yeah, we do. Bush, basic stuff, basic bush foods and survival.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. Definitely.
I'm loving the bush education, but the river is starting to present some likely bass haunts.
Dingo's got a surface lure on, casting over towards those rocks, and I've got a subsurface lure on. And I'm letting it sink a bit deeper, but we're looking for that terrain where bass might hang out, just to get a little bit of space out of the current. There's rocks under the water here, so we're bouncing over those. So there's stuff under the water we can't see where there could be a fish as well, not just that deep side over there. So we're trying to cover the river using two different lures and see what works. Oh, I got something on here, Dingo.
Yeah, nice. I think he's a bass, a nice sized bass actually.
Beautiful. Look at this environment. Beautiful, clear water.
Oh, it's call it God's country out here, mate, for a reason. I can see him now.
What is it, mate?
It's eastern cod.
Oh, beautiful. Never caught an eastern cod before.
Yeah, they're protected, so
Yeah, we'll
I've got to look after him.
I'm not targeting these guys, we're after bass mainly, but I've never caught an eastern cod before. Caught thousands of Murray cod and other native fish, and the story behind these fish, they're pretty much born of a broken mountain. We'll tell you about that in a minute if we can get a closer look at him. It's only a little guy.
It's only a little fella, yeah.
They're so strong.
Biggest one we've ever had is you can fit a football in his mouth.
It's like a metre job.
Yeah, about a metre, a little bit over.
Oh, that is a stunningly marked fish, and so strong in the current. I've only got bass gear, but pound for pound, they'd pull a Murray cod backwards. Instead of 2 or 3 power runs, he's had a dozen.
Yep.
But look at the quality of that. What a magical fish. I'm just going to gently give you that, mate, if that's okay. Geez, he's strong. Haven't got the hooks out yet, but basically in the upper reaches of the Murray cod range many, many moons ago, the mountain broke from a big fault in the mountain, and some of these rivers started flowing east. So these guys split and flowed to the east coast, and that's how they got here. And such a long time ago, they've evolved into their own species. But basically what happened in the early days is so aggressive they got fished out. So now they're fully protected, and that's given them a chance to make a comeback. Dingo, you see a few more of them these days?
Yeah, oh, you see heaps of them these days. So because they're not targeted, you see a lot more, definitely. It's there.
That's a massive success story, mate. So we're taking particular care of this fish, keeping it wet the whole time. They just are a very, very, very special fish. So I got that hook out there. A little bit of a turn into this clear water. There she goes, look at that. Good to see them making a comeback, mate.
Yeah, no.
Well, thanks to guys like you and fisheries out here looking after them. It's good. It's really good, mate.
Dingo has decades of outdoor experience, along with 15 years of army training. So he's the perfect host for your outdoor experiences. And there's plenty to choose from.
I mean, it's a beautiful place to fish, mate, but you do a lot of activities on this river, right?
Yeah, yep, we do over 30 activities.
30?
Yeah, and so one of them to your right, but just behind you, to the right there, that's our abseil rock climbing.
What?
Cliff, 40 metres, straight into a raft when you come down.
That's cool as.
So we also do river tubing, so you can actually come down here on a tube, go abseiling and keep going.
Oh, Sounds like fun.
Then you've got canoeing, rafting.
Is it whitewater rafting?
Whitewater rafting, yes. It's the biggest rapids you can do legally in Australia. Yeah, it's a grade 4 rapids.
And land-based activities?
Yeah, so hiking, mountain bike riding, all those type of things, into laser tag, archery, just even camp cooking.
Now, you do a lot of work with kids that might not get to come bush and might need to see some of this to sort of, you know, reinvigorate them and give them a perspective of life type thing.
Yeah. Getting kids out here is just a totally different world for them. A lot of them don't get a chance to come anywhere near this area, so...
It'd be life-changing.
Oh, it will be, absolutely.
I'm on the Nimboida River, fishing for bass with local adventure guide Dingo. The bass have been quiet, but there are other fish in the river. Remember, you're not permitted to target or take the protected eastern freshwater cod at any time. So if you do accidentally hook one, please be gentle with it.
This fish is slugging it out down deep, so I'm thinking it might be another cod. We'll find out in a minute. It's probably not fast enough to be a bass, but I'm not pulling too hard because it is bass gear that I'm using, and when you get a nice fish on, you just got to take your time. They don't give in. They're so fit, and that's a lot to do with the environment. I mean, trout cod are very strong too, like this, but not as strong as these guys. But it's one of the many activities that Dingo does here. And how do we know if we've caught an eastern cod? Well, if you're anywhere on the Clarence system, you catch anything that looks anything like this, it's got to go back because there's no Murray cod here. They're all eastern freshwater cod. Now, there's times of year when you can't fish the river.
Yeah, so August, September, October, total fishing ban.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because of breeding season for bass and cod.
Yeah.
So it's can't even have gear near the water.
Yeah, right.
It's a total ban. Yep.
Good rule to have. Wherever you go, check your rules before you go fishing. There's lots of nice booklets and online where you can see the different fish, but yeah, eastern freshwater cod, got to go back. Any eastern flowing rivers that have a fish like this, got to go straight back in the water, keep them wet, look after them as good as you can because they've been through a really rough trot and they're making a great comeback thanks to good education and good handling procedures and good rules from fisheries. So just keep this fish wet and don't lift them out of the water, especially don't hang them by the mouth or the gills. There we go. That's it for me. Look at that beautiful big native fish swimming back.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nice.
What a backyard, mate.
You like my backyard?
Bring me shorts next time now, I can tell you.
With not a single sign of a bass and hooking a second cod, it was time to pull up stumps. I don't want to disturb any more of these magnificent fish. Dingo is taking me to explore some bigger stretches of the river, this time by raft. And like any boating adventure, it's safety first and life jackets on.
Make sure the jackets are quite fitting tightly. When you put your hands under the lanyard, you don't want them to go past your ears, otherwise your jacket's up here.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, as you know,
Even Luna's got one on.
Even Luna's got one. She loves the river. I don't want to get up. Get up, get up. Good girl.
Rafting is Dingo's specialty, and no matter what level of rapid you engage in, it's always a buzz.
Oh, that's so much fun, mate.
No, it's good. Just that whole experience, you know, being on the river and enjoying it, you know.
You're a lucky puppy, Luna. That's so much fun.
Yeah. Stay, good girl.
The main target species here is bass, and they love structure, but this river's just loaded with structure. I mean, the obvious stuff's along the bank, the snags and that, but underneath the water here, there's lots of big rocks and stuff as well. So you hit the bank and work along it, but if you see a rock in the water or something else, you can let it sink deeper.
Yep.
It's about covering a bit of ground in it, and that's the beauty of this. You're continually in a new spot. So if there's a bass here that's not hungry, the next one might be, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What an absolutely beautiful afternoon on the Nimboida River with Dingo from Exodus Adventures. No bass, mate, but a couple of beautiful eastern freshwater cod, and I can't emphasise enough that they're made to come back. They're fully protected, so if you do catch one anywhere in the Clarence Valley, make sure you let them go. If you catch a cod in the Clarence Valley, it's an eastern freshwater cod. and they've made a big comeback, and we've got to play our part to keep it going. And you too. Yeah, all right, all right. You're a big star of the show too, aren't you? Good on you, Lena. All right, mate. We'll see you again soon.
See ya.
Whether you're on the Nimboida River, the Esk, or the Clarence River, you're sure to find a fishing and outdoor adventure of your own in the Clarence Valley. And you can reach it all from the country comfort of Grafton. Check out myclarencevalley.com for more information about this stunning region and get yourself to Grafton.